Australia stands firm in face of Israeli leaders' furious attacks on Anthony Albanese. The Australian government has stood firm in the face of the Israeli leaders' blistering attack on Anthony Albanese and defended cancelling the visa of a far-right member of Benjamin Netanyahu's coalition. In a social media post on Tuesday night, Mr Netanyahu launched an extraordinary missive at his Australian counterpart, describing him as a weak politician who betrayed Israel and abandoned Australia's Jews. It also emerged overnight that the Israeli Prime Minister had sent a letter to Mr Albanese, alleging that Australia's decision to recognize a Palestinian state would pour fuel on the anti-Semitic fire. It is not diplomacy, it is appeasement. The letter obtained by Sky News and dated August 17th read, Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke told the ABC that Mr Netanyahu had lashed out at a number of countries who have issued their support for Palestinian statehood. Strength is not measured by how many people you can blow up or how many children you can leave hungry, he said. Strength is much better measured by exactly what Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has done, which is when there's a decision that we know Israel won't like, he goes straight to Benjamin Netanyahu. He has a conversation. He says exactly what we're intending to do and has a chance for the objections to be made person to person. Australian and Israel relations have progressively soured over the past year, reaching a crescendo earlier this month when Mr Albanese announced he would recognize Palestinian statehood in September. After a call with Mr Albanese during which Australia's plan was conveyed, Mr Netanyahu told a rare media conference for foreign journalists that the development was shameful. Tensions flared again this week when the government confirmed it had cancelled the visa of Israeli politician Simcha Rothman, a member of Mr Netanyahu's governing coalition, days before he was due to embark on a speaking tour in Australia. Hours after the decision was made public, Israel declared that it would revoke the visas of Australia's representatives to the Palestinian Authority. While Mr Burke issued a rebuke of the Israeli Prime Minister, Mr Albanese's response was more restrained when he was asked about the comments on Wednesday. He said he treated leaders of other countries with respect and did not take Mr Netanyahu's missive personally. My job is to represent the Australian national interest, and I think very much that Australians want two things to happen, he said. One, they want people to stop killing each other, whether it be Israelis or Palestinians. The second thing that they want is the conflict to not be brought here. Israeli opposition leader Yair Lapid on Tuesday described Mr Netanyahu's comments as a gift for Australia. The thing that strengthens a leader in the democratic world today most is a confrontation with Netanyahu, the most politically toxic leader in the Western world, he said in a social media post. Meanwhile, Alex Rivchin, co-chief executive of the Executive Council of Australia Jury, urged calm from both governments, warning the Australian Jewish community was profoundly disturbed by the recent developments. He said Mr Netanyahu should have raised his concerns privately with Mr Albanese and dismissed the Israeli Prime Minister's claim that the community had been abandoned by the government. We've never used that sort of language, and if we believed it, we would have said it, he said. We have expressed concerns for nearly 2 years now about some of the government's rhetoric and policies and handling of the anti-Semitism crisis, but we have never felt abandoned. The backdrop for the decision to cancel the Australian visas, according to Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Saar, was both Australia's decision to recognize a Palestinian state and what he described as an unjustified refusal to grant Mr Rothman a visa. Mr Burke, who, as Home Affairs Minister, is ultimately responsible for the issuing of visas, provided an explanation for the ruling on Wednesday, pointing directly to comments the Israeli politician had made describing Palestinian children as the enemy. If anyone wanted to come on a public speaking tour and they had those views publicly expressed about Israeli children, I would block the visa, he said, and I am going to not have a lower bar for the protection of views that are bigoted views against the Palestinian people. The letter revoking Mr Rothman's visa, seen by the ABC, said he had the potential to use the events he would be participating in to promote his controversial views and ideologies, which may lead to fostering division in the community. It cites examples of Mr Rothman claiming that children were not dying of hunger in Gaza, that those children were Israel's enemies, and that the idea of a two-state solution had poisoned the minds of the entire world. But Mr Rothman, in an interview with the ABC early in the week, claimed the sole reason he was blocked from entering Australia was because he had said, Hamas is bad and Israel is good. I take the role very seriously in Australia that we have a power, or I have a power, and my delegates in the department have a power under the Migration Act to block people from coming here if we think they will incite discord, Mr Burke said. Following the tit-for-tat visa cancellations and Mr Netanyahu's comments, the coalition argued that Australia and Israel's diplomatic relationship was at an all-time low.